This isn't a mirror, you know. I just painted this whole section of the wall with Mr. Hobbies' newest product. Hello all, this is David from Sunward Hobbies, here to review Mr. Hobbies' new Mirror Silver. Now, I know what you're thinking, yet another new chrome paint out there. But, what the hell, let's test it out, see if it's any good. Mirror Silver. So not only is this a new chrome paint, it is also a water-based paint, albeit with some solvents added. So it's probably going to function kind of like Tamiya. A very beginner-friendly paint. It is airbrush only, but all you gotta do is stir the paint before use. Do not spray thickly at once. Refer to the tutorial video via QR code for instructions. Use accretion gloss paint as a base coat. If other paints are used as a base, there is a high probability that a mirror surface will not be created successfully. Be sure to perform a test coating to determine the characteristics of the paint before the actual painting. Allow sufficient drying time after painting of 1 week. The mirror surface may get clouded a little after a top coat, and if water is mixed at all in this paint, the paint will not function. Piece of cake. So I tried reading up more on this product, and for some reason, Mr. Color provides no description at all of this. So instead, I'm going to have to consult our friends in Australia who provide a much more detailed description of it. So they insist that you need to use gloss black accretion paint for this. However, it does mention that Mr. Color GX can be compatible as well. Now, since we don't have any gloss black accretion paint at the moment, I did go ahead and spray some Mr. Color GX2 gloss black on some spoons so that we can test this out. Just for fun, I'm going to be comparing this paint to my personal favorite chrome paint, AK Super Chrome. So I've got my airbrush ready, the Vidyard HS30 connected to the Iwata Sprint Jet, both of which you can purchase at Sunward Hobbies in store or online. And for testing the paint, I've got plastic spoons, which you can find at Sunward Hobbies lunchroom. So I've got 2 primed already with GX2, and I've got 1 plain. Now the paint says that you can't put this on top of an unprimed surface, but I want to test it out anyway, see how it looks with nothing on it. So while I shake this thoroughly, let's get ready. That's enough. Okay, so that's how it looks in the bottle. Not very chromy if you ask me, but that can change once it's put on. So I am taking some of the paint in this pipette, which you can purchase at Sunward Hobbies in store or online. Or just put a few drops in. It kind of has a smell similar Well, kind of similar to Tamiya, but not too unbearable. So I'm going to turn this thing on. Didn't see anything anywhere about what PSI is recommended, so I've got it at between 15 and 20. So, alright, let's see how it goes. Now it recommends light coats. Still looks a little dark so far, but I'll keep at it. Might be getting there. Now, just for curiosity, I want to see how this looks when you just pack it on. So, okay, yeah, that's very watery. Okay, I'll give that a moment to dry and I'll try on the plain spoon next. Alright, let's see how this goes. That actually looks pretty good, despite going against what they say to do. So now I'm going to compare it to Super Chrome. It's already been thoroughly shaken. Oh, I forgot to put my mask on. Excuse me. Hear what I'm saying? How long has it been? Let me check my wristwatch. Okay, so it's been over an hour. Now, I know it's the manufacturer's recommendation to let it dry for an entire week, but come on, I've got a life. So, final verdict. It's strange. The one where I followed the recommended surface prep for the most part didn't come out that great. I mean, it's sort of reflective, but quite foggy. I mean, the one where I packed it on looks a little better, despite the fact that they say to put on thin layers. But this one, however, with no primer or any surface prep at all, looks great. You can see me. I don't know, maybe the accretion base coat does make all the difference. But in that case, how do you explain this? Anyway, as compared to Super Chrome, it's a paint that looks better when you pack it on, as you can see from this side compared to this one. But in terms of ease of use, the Super Chrome does win in that round. In conclusion, would I recommend Mirror Silver? Yes. But I would advise really playing around and experimenting with it first. I feel personally, if I had more experience with this product, I may have gotten more consistent results with my tests. So do with that what you will. And if you want to test it out for yourself, you can purchase it at Sunward Hobbies for a reasonably negotiated price. And you can find it in store or online. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our socials, and until the next one, adios.